What are we going to be doing?
I will give a very brief introduction and then.
Two poems?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome to Humanities Montana's virtual Montana Conversations program. Today we are featuring Montana's former poet laureate, Earl Craig, for our series Shelter in Poetry. Earl, you were poet laureate from 2015 to 2017. How are you turning to poetry now?
I guess I'm not turning to poetry any differently maybe than usual, but it's hard to say. Maybe I am. I've been pulling books off the shelves, and maybe it's almost like people when we go toward a comfort food or something. I'll just think, oh, I want to check back in with Elizabeth Bishop, or the other night I grabbed Thomas Stranstromer selected poems and took it to bed and read a handful of poems before going to sleep. So maybe that might be the best description of how I'm turning to poetry now.
Do you have a poem that you could share with us?
I do. I want to read a Mary Ruefle poem. A couple days ago, I was sitting on the couch and I thought about something about kind of these, there's a bit of the end times feel going on right now. And I was thinking about this poem, and it took me a while to locate it, because I remember reading this a few years ago. This is called Kiss of the Sun by Mary Ruefle. If, as they say, poetry is a sign of something among people, then let this be prearranged now between us, while we are still peoples. That at the end of time, which is also the end of poetry, and wheat, and evil, and insects, and love, when the entire human race gathers in the flesh, reconstituted down to the infant's tiniest fold and littlest nail, I will be standing at the edge of that fathomless crowd with an orange for you, reconstituted down to its innermost seed, protected by white thread. In case you are thirsty, which does not at this time seem like such a wild guess. And though there will be no poetry between us then, at the end of time, the geese all gone with the seas, I hope you will take it. And remember, on earth I did not know how to touch it. It was all so raw. And if by chance there is no edge to the crowd or anything else, so that I am of it, I will take the orange and toss it as high as I can.
Wow.
Kiss of the Sun. Yeah, that Mary Ruefle. It did not disappoint me when I found that poem. I just remember that panicky end of the world moment, and with that hurling of an orange up into the air at the end. It's fantastic.
Do you have another poem?
Yeah, I'll read a recent poem of mine in January, right before this came on. My wife and I were flying back from London, and so this poem was written a few days after that. Somewhere over Greenland. It's in two sections. One, your head makes me think of a watermelon, or a block of wood, or a wooden melon on a slender rubber stalk, nodding, snapping forward with force, drool on your chin, drool on your shirt. As pieces of trash move mysteriously about on the floor between seats, out into the aisle and back again, a pamphlet on plantar warts, a couple wads of cellophane, some Kleenex, a soda straw followed a minute later by another, then a diaper, balled up diaper, and then the melancholy odor of balled up diaper. A pair of tortoiseshell eyeglasses, folded, immaculate, come gently vibrating down the aisle, with sore passengers out for a stretch, stepping carefully over them. These glasses take one look at me and begin an awkward 4-point turn to head back up the aisle slowly, to only God knows where, I say, when in fact it's seat 11D. 2, it's late, can't sleep, the plane is loud, the plane is cold, we're somewhere over Greenland. I look out in the aisle and see a pair of glasses. The food and beverage carts are moving about, and so are people. The glasses will get crushed, but they don't. The wheels keep missing them, the heels. And when it's quiet again, I look down and there they are, the glasses in the middle of the aisle. Somewhere over Greenland.
All right. That's yeah, an experience we may not have for a while.
Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Those glasses might still be there. I don't know. They're planes parked, and maybe they're it could be there for a while.
Just hanging out. How does your wife feel about the beginning of that poem?
Yeah. Well, it's possible that it's not that it's not about her. I never really thought
Okay,
about
good.
that. I wasn't on that trip with my wife. No,
Oh,
I'm not sure. No, yeah, it's maybe I'll have to ask her. She tolerates a lot of things, shenanigans in my poetry. So
gives you creative license. That's good.
mhm. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for helping us shelter in poetry while we shelter in place.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for ringing me up. It was a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
All right. See ya.
Bye.